so yellow, like I hate that. What's up guys? This time it's different because I'm reacting to my own work. I can make fun of myself as much as I want. Most of the images I'm gonna show you today is basically 3 years ago when I got started with Photoshop. So the thing you need to understand, no one started at the top. You have to dig your way from the bottom. You have to start really bad, and I don't think someone was worse than what you're gonna see right now. So let's cut down the talk and let's get started, and let's look at photo number 1. Photo number 1, let's take a closer look. Oh my god, look at the clouds. Look how I did like the flip horizontal. The clouds on the left look exactly like the right. But I had an idea. Basically, like the idea was the warm and the cold environment. So I can get a point for that. And look at these birds. Oh my god, they are like the same size of the trees. So these are not birds, these are dragons. And as you can see, the yellow, it was like so yellow, like I hate that yellow greenish like color. And the burned out highlight, like the burned area here, like no comment, but it's okay. This was like my second or third attempt ever with Photoshop. And the next photo, I remember that one actually. This one actually was a lot of hard work. This was more than like 300 to 400 layers, but oh my god, look at the reflections. Look at the rope. Look where the rope like is starting on that thing back then. It's like we have the rope here, but then the reflection is somehow behind of it. I don't know how. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe my eyes were not good enough to criticize my own work. And also like the blending is terrible. Look at this tree. Look at this, like the tree is somehow like, I don't know, but I can see like a lot of layers, a lot of effort done, like these tiny particles. And look at this repetition. We have like the same tree repeating itself again, and we have the beautiful monkey down there. And look at this tree actually, like this palm tree is like, and is that like an insect walking on the tree? I have no idea. But overall, like, I don't know what to say actually. Like, okay. Guys, I would love if you would comment down the worst image you have seen in all of these and the best one. Okay, I remember this one. This one actually, the idea was so good, but then the execution was so bad, I guess. The whole idea was like, why are the planets circle? So I wanted to create like a square planet, and on every face of the square, like the first face will be like the farm life, then the desert life, and then the city life. And you could actually see it like this. Then you would rotate your phone, see it like this. Then you would rotate the image and see it like the other way around. But overall, creativity was there, but the execution, like what is that on the top right? I'm trying to know like why that circle or whatever is too sharp. And then I have some sort of galaxy placed in a very low opacity, and I have like some sort of a sun, the moon, everything. So I was putting actually everything on top of each other, so the photos were so distracting, and many of the photos were actually low quality. I don't know why I was using like low quality images back then. I don't know, but overall 10 out of 10 creativity, 2 out of 10 execution. And the next okay, I remember this one. This one actually, after I finished it, it didn't make it to my Instagram profile. I didn't upload it. Thankfully, I realized how bad it was. We have this giant guy, bald guy here on the top, and then we have this guy. He probably saw some sort of a mermaid, and he was like, I'm gonna jump on top of that mermaid. Very disturbing, like this guy is so big at the top, and then this guy is so small compared to like the guy at the top. And then we have like the underwater mermaid. And the next photo, okay, like the on top of the clouds idea. The idea is good actually, but we have also these giant silhouetted birds that don't make sense at all. And then we have these perfect like 3D modeled palace that has absolutely no flaws, along with the bridge. Probably the mistake I did was I was searching like PNG castle or PNG, and usually these PNG perfect images are 3D models. so they lack realistic, like, because usually 3D models are so crisp and clear, they don't have like the texture, the grunges, the dust, all these stuff. So this was the issue, I believe. Another problem is, of course, like the blending. We have like this very bad like drop shadow at the bottom of the stairs, and like everything is like too contrasty. Like I don't know, I don't like it. Okay, and this one, yeah, I remember this photo from like a travel I had. Basically, like the idea, I was drinking that sort of like a tea or something, and then I wanted like, this is like a poison or something like that, and it's breaking my face. So I guess I did some sort of a good job, and you can see here, this is like the Dark Knight movie where he had like the Two-Face and the teeth was coming out. So you can see some of like my teeth from inside the cutout area. And so overall, like good. Of course the execution is not the best, but then suddenly out of nowhere I decided that I will make a hole in my forehead. I'll just pour it out and bring light out of my forehead. Don't ask me why, it was like the most stupid idea ever. But overall, okay. And of course like my very bad like watermark at the bottom that I keep telling people now not to do. So I was doing the same mistakes that when you guys started did. So don't think you're not on the right path, you just have to keep going. And now we started, I guess the photo started becoming a little bit better. I didn't know when I made a good image, like my eyes couldn't tell what's good and what's not good. So this is basically me standing like swagging somewhere, I don't know. And then I cut, of course, like my feet look so fake. I have like super highlighted feet in a dark environment. But overall, like I made the flying house, I made like the tornadoes and everything. I created some sort of a mood or a theme. So one point, I like this one actually. It was one of my favorites when I started. Okay, this one actually, I would like get like some sort of amazing skies, then I'll do like the reflection. I was so amazed that when you just create a reflection, it looks like water, and I was like, wow, water is just reflection? Like, wow, I can create water anywhere. So I started doing like some sort of water, and then I would add like the ripple effects. And then under my feet, I will do like some very weird looking splashes and like lens flares, and everything was like so strong, so contrasty. But I was like I said, I was so happy with the reflection, so I was doing a lot of these. And this one is really important to show you guys, because after, as you can see, like out of 10 images I reacted to until now, 1 or 2 are good. So this will happen when you start. You're gonna create like after 10 or 15 images, 1 of them are gonna be good. Then you're gonna fall again. So the graph is like that. You go up and down, up and down, up and down, and then you have up 1 good image. So this was my first nice piece. It was featured on a lot of like pages that I used to tag. And it was basically like the alone girl sitting like by the window watching the moon. Okay, and now this next image, I liked the image before. I saw it's getting like a lot of popularity, so I decided to create my own version of it. This was shot by Samsung S3 2-megapixel camera, something like that. I sat by a window and then I took the photo. As you can see, like my face was completely burned out. I didn't know back then why it was burnt out, because of like the dynamic range and everything. And the thing is, I tried to create, I saw what was working good, which is this image of the girl, and then I tried to create more of what was working good. And then you start sucking again and doing more of the shitty reflection work. I don't know like why, like the whole, I guess this is like some sort of a ripple effect I did in Photoshop, like made the whole clouds look like zigzaggy and stuff like that. And then I have this perfectly like 3D car which have 0 flaws on it, and then the horrible waves. So I guess I have to apologize for the owner of this beautiful like tornado image, because I made it look so bad. Okay, and then this image that I'm still until today very proud of. I really like it actually. It was like the ballerina and the moon. I loved it actually, but the ballerina is kinda like burned out a lot. But overall, like you look at this image, this is a nice image. And this is me actually destroying Cairo. I don't know what I was thinking, like maybe I wanted to be like a huge person and like break down like the the World Trade Center building here in Egypt, and also I did like some breaks in the bridge as well, blended my feet and everything. Overall, +1 for creativity, -100 for like the bad execution. Look at that. Okay. And Happy New Year. This was like the end of the year where I started Photoshop. This was my first like, I guess this was 2017 or 2018. Not really sure. But I was actually so fond of putting myself in my own images. I don't know why. And then like I dropped a lot of fireworks, moon, stuff like that. And the next one, oh, this is actually my old car. So I was sitting by my car. My brain at this area, it was like all about creativity. I would walk in the street, I would look at stuff and like, yeah, I can manipulate this, I can do this. So I was just sitting by my car, my feet out. I was like, what if I could do like cut my feet out and make myself on top of the clouds? I did it, it didn't look like good execution wise, like the lighting wasn't the best, the colors, everything could be done better. But +1 for the idea and the trial. الو الشفاط بمدخنة ماشي اتفضل سلام. And this one, like the whole idea behind of it was like the unity, like when we're united we're stronger, and like because this is like a giant guy, he's killing everyone, and then because these guys are united they are able to pull him down or take him down. And then there is like this baby, I really wish I could go back to time and think what I was thinking when I added this baby. It's like this baby is sitting like, and then this giant guy is like gonna... No, that's like so much. And then there is this burning house, I don't know why it's there. And then we have like the Lord of the Rings Mordor eye at the top. I don't know what's doing up there, but I would just like add bunch of stuff, I have no idea why. But this is what you get when you look at your old images. And this is me holding the lava bowl. I guess this image, like everyone done it before, but it's like, it's so bad. This is like so bad, blending, coloring, everything is so bad. I just can't. Okay, and another one, like I told you, I was very fond of like the moon idea. So I created another one, but this time I waited. Remember the one before? The light was so strong it burned my face out. So this time I was smarter. I waited till the sun set, and then at the blue hour I took this image and it was much better than the one before. You see, I am progressing as we scroll forward. And then this is me obviously on top of the aeroplane. Everyone has to do this like image one day or another. Overall it's like, it's fine, not so bad, but like the coloring was so bad. I don't know why I had this yellow everywhere. This yellow is so bad, and then the horizon line is like tilting up, so bad. And I guess we're done with the images. I hope I brought laughter to you seeing this video and seeing how bad my work was. As you see, I was never like the artist type. I was so good in school and in college at math, at physics, at numbers, and never in colors and art. But then I read about the left brain and the right brain, and I realized I'm so much of a rational thinker and not a creative thinker. So I wanted to practice my weak side, and that's when I decided I will practice art using Photoshop. So I started all the way from the bottom. I had no idea what I was doing. You could actually see in my work. So if you suck at the beginning, I'm pretty sure you're on the right path. Everyone sucked at their start. But the only difference between the ones who are gonna make it and the ones who remain at the bottom is the ability to keep pushing through when they're not seeing the results. But it's necessary pain you have to go through if you want to reach the top. I guess that's it. Make sure you're subscribed if you wanna see me again.